Are you planning to go to Hong Kong? Watch this video completely to avoid any kind of mistakes before doing that. So welcome to our channel, The Joint Account. We make travel related videos, and if you are a new subscriber, please do subscribe to our channel. Welcome. Today we'll be talking about Hong Kong visa requirements. This video is specific to Indian passport holders, but to avoid any kind of issues, I would insist you to watch the video till the end. We'll talk about the problems that we have faced. So let's get started. So the $1,000,000 question, is Hong Kong really visa free for Indians? Yes and no. Generally, you don't require a transit visa if you are using Hong Kong as the stopover destination from where you can travel to your final destination. So in that case, if the time difference between the two flights is less than 24 hours, you need not exit the airport. You can wait in the transit area, and that's why you need not go through immigration. But in case you want to step out of the airport to explore the city, or even like want to visit Hong Kong for a few days as your destination, in that case there is a way that you can travel the country for free without any payment for the visa. So that's the process where you apply for the pre-arrival registration. So the pre-arrival registration gives you the validity of 14 days. So in one entry itself, you can stay in Hong Kong for 14 days, guys, without paying a single penny. But this process may not work for some Indians. We'll come to that later in the video. But for now, let's see how you apply for the PAR. So we search for Hong Kong pre-arrival and fulfill the conditions, and then go on apply our name, whatever mentioned is in our passport, exact details like the date of birth, the place of birth, and then we go ahead give our residential address, which needs to be again exact. Post that, give our telephone number, then the passport number, and like place of issue of the passport. This needs to be very much exact, whatever is mentioned in the passport, the date of issue and the date of expiry of the passport. After that, we can give if we have visited Hong Kong or if we have visited any other foreign country in the past 3 years, and then your employment records. I put in retired and the exact purpose of the visa needed. After that, few customary questions, you answer them truthfully and go ahead and press confirm and continue button. Post that, you can see the whole form filled, and if everything goes right, then your PAR gets successful. Few things to keep in mind while applying for a PAR. Your passport needs to have at least 6 months of validity. Second is, even if you are traveling together as a family, every individual needs to apply for the PAR separately. Third most important point is you have to provide the details exactly as mentioned in your passport. You cannot misplace a single letter, a single comma. A PAR is issued almost instantaneously. So the acceptance or the rejection is shown on the screen, and if your PAR is approved, then in that case you need to take a printout of the same and carry the printout till immigration. Generally a PAR is valid for 6 months and is for multiple entry. Another most important point to note is that while you are completing your immigration, there is no stamping process. You are given a slip where your passport number, the validity of the visa, and your date of entry is mentioned. You need to keep that slip till you are exiting Hong Kong. Now let's come to the catch, the real issue for many Indians. So Hong Kong used to approve on arrival visa back in 2017, but due to issues faced due to immigrants from India, or like for the reason that they probably stayed over in Hong Kong, the government decided to do away with the process completely and started the pre-arrival registration as a mandatory process. Through various trial and error methods, it is found, and it is also discussed in many forums, that people who have a passport issued from places like Chandigarh, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Madurai, and few other places, their PAR is never going to be approved. So guys, if you have a passport issued from cities that I mentioned, so in that case, however how many attempts you may try, your PAR is not going to get accepted. So rather move for alternatives rather than waiting and trying for the PAR again and again. So in case your PAR gets rejected, what do you need to do? It's not advisable that you keep on applying again and again because it is not going to yield any results, right? So if you're, as we talked about, the place of issue is Kolkata, Hyderabad, Chandigarh kind of cities. So how many times you even attempt it, it is not going to go through. Specifically, if you are within the 18 to 50 years kind of range, we applied for two senior citizens, like beyond the age of 60 years. Their place of issue was Kolkata. Their PAR got approved, but anything or anyone within the range of 18 to 50, 60, that kind of age is not going to get approved. So what do we do in those cases? One of the solutions is that you change your place of issue to cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore. Uh, if like in the meantime you have changed your stay from the other cities that we mentioned, otherwise it doesn't make sense just to like change your place of issue for sake of Hong Kong entry. And specifically if you have booked the Hong Kong tickets and post that you are trying to do that, don't do that, because while booking your flight tickets you must have provided your passport number. So let's see what are the other alternatives. There are a few options if your PAR gets rejected. Number one being you should be applying for a Hong Kong visa if you are planning to visit Hong Kong. So you can go through the general route of going for a tourist visa. Probably I will post a video, a detailed video regarding how to apply for Hong Kong visa. But even in that case, you should keep in mind that you should have at least 2 months in hand. They issue a visa within 6 to 8 weeks. That's the general timeline. But there is a way that you can provide all your documents upfront. You can fill in all the details or extra details as much as you can provide while applying for your visa. We have known cases. In fact, we got our visa within 10 days. So there is a second alternative also. If you are planning to stay in Hong Kong for less than 24 hours or like a long layover kind of thing, or like if you have booked tickets which cannot be refunded, then in that case there is another option that from Hong Kong airport itself you can directly go to Macau. Macau is connected via ferry, which takes about 1.5 hours, and you can catch the ferry without exiting the transit area. So that way you don't need to pass through immigration. You don't need a Hong Kong PAR or a Hong Kong visa. But there is a catch also in that you need to exit for Macau the same day that you land, and the last ferry is around, what I have seen, is at around 6:30 p.m. So if you are landing post 6:30 p.m., it becomes very difficult for you to catch the ferry to Macau and do your own research in that. But yeah, that option is always available because Macau doesn't need any kind of entry visa for Indians. So coming to our experience, we booked tickets from Bangalore to New Zealand, and the layover point was Hong Kong for us, both ways. While going, Hong Kong layover was about 8 hours, and while coming, it was close to 24 hours. The lazy person that we are, we tried to apply for our pre-arrival registration 3 days prior to our travel, and while one of us got accepted, the other one was rejected since the place of issue was Kolkata. So we started having like a very traumatic experience because while going, although it was fine with 8 hours of wait, while coming back 24 hours was going to be too much to spend in one airport. We searched for some alternatives, and at that point we got to know that if your place of issue is Kolkata, Hyderabad, Chandigarh, so those kind of places get rejected, and so we decided for alternatives and we applied for the tourist visa, specifically for those transit travels for 2 days each kind of thing we specified. And we put in all kinds of documents that we could: income documents, mutual fund statements, net worth ones, then our ticket bookings, everything that was there we could provide in the visa application. We did that, and we also mailed to the concerned email ID also, although like you seldom get reply from that. But for us that process was fastened up a bit, because generally what people have said that they take about 6 to 8 weeks. People have been waiting for a month There is a lot of to and fro also. In our case, we received within 10 days, which was a very happy situation for us while coming back, because we didn't have to now stay at the airport, and we can like go to Hong Kong city and rather explore it properly. Second harrowing experience that we have was while we were going through immigration. I had put in my pre-arrival registration place of issue as Bangalore, India. While in my new passport, which got issued like about a year back or so, the place of issue is mentioned as Bengaluru. So since in the pre-arrival registration form itself, in the drop down, it was coming as Bangalore, India, I provided that. But when during immigration, the officer checked, the Bangalore didn't match with Bengaluru, so they stopped me at that point. I couldn't pass through. After like talking to their superior, they changed the form place of issue internally and issued me a new form, thankfully, to Bengaluru. But they asked me to wait for 15 minutes because it would not reflect in their system after recent change. It will take some time. I waited for about 20-25 minutes. It didn't change. Like I went to talk again, and thankfully they allowed on basis of the new form. So those were two very bad experiences we have, but somehow like it turned out well for us. Another experience that I have heard from different videos and all, like people who visit Hong Kong and then go to Macau and then come back to Hong Kong, they go through a very bad kind of immigration experience while coming back from Macau to Hong Kong. Many Indians have faced that, so you people need to be careful about that. So thank you guys for watching the video till end. We hope that we have been helpful to you guys related to Hong Kong visa, every kind of requirement. If there are any questions, please do ping us, please do post in the comments, or even if you like the video, please do share, like and subscribe to our channel if you have not done already. We will be back with some more awesome content in the future. Till then, goodbye and have a good time.